And joining us now is Father John Sims Baker, who is the Vice Rector of the College of Liberal Arts at the Pontifical College Josephinum. And thank you so much for being with us.
It's great to be here.
Let's actually, if you could, talk a little bit about the college as a whole, and for people that might not know, it's a Pontifical College.
Right, the Pontifical College Josephinum is a seminary that's located in Columbus, Ohio, and it's the only pontifical seminary outside of Italy, actually, which means its governance, it's directly under the Holy See. In our case, the nuncio to the United States, the papal representative, is the chancellor of the seminary. And so it's a little unusual in our country. We have people from all over the country. There's a liberal arts program for undergraduate as well as the Graduate School of Theology. And it's a little over 100 years old now, so that status. So that's a little thumbnail sketch of the Josephinum.
Talk about your role and some of the things that you do at the...
Well, at the Josephinum, I'm the Vice Rector for the College of Liberal Arts, which is the undergraduate program. So for young men discerning the priesthood, open to exploring this call to the priesthood, but it's sort of a younger level. So beginning with what would be the college freshman level up through a senior year of college. And so there's a liberal arts educational program, which is really pretty impressive, I think, to tell you the truth. Of course, with a heavy emphasis in philosophy. But also the other dimensions of priestly formation are built into the program as well. The spiritual formation, the human formation, as well as the pastoral formation. So it's like a seminary program, but geared for this level.
Okay. And you were talking about, you had some good numbers. You're seeing a little bit of an
it's right now we have, at this moment there's 64 in the college, which is a little bit up from last year, which is a good thing. Of course, we'd like to have a few more. You don't want to get too big, actually, to tell you the truth, because you really want that hands-on formation, especially in the human area. But it's a lot of fun at that. There's a lot of life, a lot of enthusiasm at that age, especially. So I'd been a college chaplain, a university chaplain for about 10 years. So it was an interesting transition for me, but it makes some sense in some ways. So.
Talk about some of the young men you're seeing, and maybe we talk about all the distractions that are taking place in the world today for young people and stuff. But what are you seeing when they come in?
Well, they're coming, from just like everybody else. And so they're dealing with, distractions and things too, just like everybody else. But I think that the program, really, I think that the first and foundational level is that human formation. And we really do try to emphasize that so many of the things in our culture that sort of, tend to sort of pull people apart and, make everything very individualistic, to really emphasize that human community and living together, in that way. And so that's really the foundation of what we want to do. But they're generous young men, to tell you the truth, willing to sort of take a chance and to be generous with God. And that's a very, very beautiful thing to see. Now, they're still, young men, and so, certain areas of immaturity and that sort of thing. Life's a little loud sometimes, and, but that, like I said, I'm a little bit used to that now. But a great generosity, and it's really a really honor to be there. So
yeah. You mentioned you were a chaplain as well at a university too. But talk about some of the things that you are attracted to this position you're in now as vice rector, or maybe some of the things that you find, find that you're enjoying, and also finding some challenges with.
Well, it's a funny thing. I was talking with one of the other priests who was coming with us just yesterday. You have to wear sort of different hats, And on the one hand, there is a certain element of the formation and a certain element of discipline that has to be there. But you're also an advocate for these young men, really, and hopefully a mentor and hopefully a role model in some ways, to let them to see the joy of the priesthood, because that's where it really has to, that's what attracts. And so it's a kind of a difficult balance sometimes, in a way, to get that right, and I don't always get it right, but to be able to, to see these young men, the generosity that they have, but also dealing with the immaturity that's just normal, and also those cultural influences that you were talking about. They're still around us, and so there are challenges in that. But it's just a great gift and blessing to be in a place where people are willing, frankly, to sort of take that chance, to take that risk, to be different, to respond to God, to say yes. And so it inspires me to try to be, to be that advocate, to be that mentor, even though I'm certainly not perfect at it.
So if someone's a young man discerning now, they're watching this, how would they get in contact? What would be their first step?
Well, what you would ordinarily do, of course, we train people for the diocesan priesthood. And so ordinarily people come to us not directly, but through their diocese. So the first step I would say is, talk to your pastor and talk to your vocation director in your diocese. And then that would depend on where they might have you look at what sort of program would be appropriate for you. We do have, these sort of come and see weekends that people are all welcome to come to, whether, you're in a formal discernment process or not, sometimes just to answer some questions. That's what some of the people that came to Jesus first off had questions, and Jesus basically said to them, well, come and see. So I think that can help a lot. Just come and visit a seminary if you like, and we'd love to have you at the Josephinum if it's convenient for you. So
Thank you so much, Father Johnson, for being with us.
Good. Thank you. It's a delight to talk with you.